Number 5, get paid or pay. This goes back to what Ben was saying. One thing I really like to do is go back and evaluate it after. Why did you make money or why did you lose money? Did you make money because you had a sound strategy, you hit your budget, or did you make money because you got lucky, you went over budget 30 grand, but the market appreciated and you got 50 grand more? Because if that happened, you still got to adjust on the next one, because at some point it's going to catch you and you're going to get burned. So go back and look, how much did you spend on cabinets? How much did you spend on windows? How much did you spend on, whatever? And then use that to project for the next house, right? You can't project saying, oh, well, we sold every house we've gotten in the last year, we sold for 20 grand more. That's not part of your model, right? Like the crystal ball, speculating, that's not part of it. So did you stick to your budget? Why didn't you? Evaluate what changed, why, and then when you go to do the next house, you can go, man, when we were in the last one, this goes back to dealing in reality. We always change our mind on the bathroom. We always want to say that we're not going to replace it, but we always end up replacing it. Just figure you're replacing it, right? Like deal in reality, go back and evaluate yourself and why you did what you did and what worked, what didn't. Okay, number 2. This is huge, going into getting paid or paying. When I say pay, meaning you got to go to closing and you're the one paying to get out of your own deal, right? Versus you getting the money, winning or losing as far as profit. So there's a whole skill set here. Again, this could be like a week-long class about, there's probably a good, better, or best way to respond to offers, to take, calls when agents call, or present your seller disclosures, to do multiple offers, highest and best. There's an art here where you're going to get, once you've done all the work, you're going to get a little bit more money or a little bit less money. But what you're also going to get is if you're in the game for a long time, think about that you're going to still be doing this in 5 years and in 10 years. So the agent that you're working with, Kathy calls me and shows me a house. I'm a jerk to her and I'm like, no, Kathy, your buyer, they suck. If they don't come up $1,000, you're not getting the house, right? Okay, maybe she comes up begrudgingly, but what happens when she comes to show my house in 3 years? She'll be like, oh, Matt screwed me that last time. Let's go to this other house, right? This happens whether you like it or not all the time. I've had agents call me and say, hey, your houses are always good. You're always pretty reasonable. I got a buyer. We almost kind of negotiated ahead of time. And I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Let's get it. Let's go. So your reputation, your word, it'll stick around a long time. So don't think about you're just flipping one house. Think about you're flipping hundreds of houses for a lot of years. Right? That might change the decision you make when you're talking about, dealing with inspectors, dealing with all these people are going to be in the game at some point, and you're going to want, my last 4 or 5 houses that I've bought myself have come from agents that I've worked with in the past that they're like, Matt, you're just really easy to work with. Do you just want to buy this before we put it on the market? And I'm like, yeah, let's close tomorrow. They're really good deals. So anyway, okay, number 3. This one's big. List when it's ready, not when it's almost ready, right? Sometimes you want to get to that finish line so fast. And you know what? It's like, I don't know what the analogy would be, tripping at the finish line, right? Like you just go that last 10% is the hardest 10%. It really is. It's the most frustrating because you don't see as much progress there. But have some sort of quality control, and if possible, staging always produces the best results. It always does, okay? So number 4. Okay, I think this is gonna tie in. I kind of like this slide just because these guys are cool. Know your ABCs, always be cool. I went on a Oceanside, California, if you're ever there, look these guys up, the Willis brothers.
Oh, I thought that was you.
Yeah, well, this is me and my family, but those...
The guy with the no shirt on up there.
That is me. That's my.
I thought that was you.
Yeah. I'm wearing a wig, but the Willis brothers are, they're big wave surfers, and I've done surf lessons with them twice in Oceanside, and they're so chill. I think they're like 24/7 doing marijuana, which is totally cool, but they're so chill. And what I learned from them though, this is why I have Know Your ABCs, because it does relate to real estate investing. Because we're out there, you know, and I suck, but I like to think I'm a surfer, right? Just like I think I'm, you know, like Conrad, right? Like I like to think I'm someone else. And so we're out there surfing, and I'm like, I've gotten up, I've done it a few times where I've caught my own wave, and it's cool. And I get in one time, he's like, all right, Matt, what you got to do is you're out there and you're making this face like it's hard. It's like you just gotta. The waves are coming no matter what. There's always going to be more waves. You just gotta know your ABCs. And I'm like, well, what is that? He's like, you just always got to be cool out there, you know. And I'm like, oh, okay. You just got to relax, you know. You got to be cool because those waves are going to come. The problems are going to come. The last minute buyer is going to cancel the day of closing. It's going to happen, right? You're going to not put a foundation in, you know. That stuff's going to happen. So you just got to be cool, right? You got to be cool. Number 5, celebrate the win or the loss, no matter what. You get it done, you bought it, you've sold it, you made money, you lost money. I'm just as excited these days if I make 100 grand on a house or if I make 2 grand on a house. Because there's a lesson to be learned, there's closure, there's momentum to the next one. And you know, I like, whatever it is, it's a wave you're generating that you can ride, right? So you're gonna learn from it and you're gonna adjust for the next one. Okay, so these are my 5 fundamentals.